Stuffed capsicums are a really traditional Polish dish, Richo, which I'm going to show you today, but with some Preeya tweaks in it.
Okay.
Now, we're using capsicums, and I like a bit of a mixture of colours, so I'm using some yellow and red so that when we serve this, it looks just glorious.
Gotcha.
But the tweaks I make are that I put extra veggies in, and I do a couple of things. But you're going to start, please, cutting these down the middle and removing the membranes for me, please.
Gotcha.
I've given you 2, Richo, because you're going to be far quicker than me. I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses.
It's not a race, is it?
It's not a race,
I've heard
you're correct. But the tweaks I make, Richo, so this is traditionally filled with meat, rice, that kind of tomatoey concoction, but I put extra veggies in because you know that that's how I roll. So these beautiful capsicums, these wonderful colours are going to be stuffed with goodness. I'm going to use lean lamb mince, Richo.
But you could use any mince, couldn't you?
You could, absolutely. You could use pork, you could even use chicken, you could do a vegetarian version.
With mushrooms and
You
eggplant?
could. I'm going to do mushrooms, but I'm also using barley. So that's the Preeya little, you know, the Preeya difference. You know I love this stuff, Richo. Grated zucchini is a great love of mine, and the reason I use it here is because it really bumps up the veggie content, but also it doesn't change the flavour of all the yumminess.
Gotcha. And by grating it, you sort of chop it up and it mixes through nice and easily, doesn't it?
Correct.
Do you want me to chop some
yes,
of those
I'd love
mushrooms
some
for you?
help. I love a
can do
bit
that
of
for you.
Richo help with the mushrooms. I do love a mushroom.
Now, I've got onions and garlic already chopped.
Thank
Do
you.
want
That
me
can
to-
go in the bowl when you... Well, I don't
that
want to
in?
get in the way of the knife.
No, you can try it. I'll just do that for you.
Thank you, Richo.
That's easier.
Thank you. Can you imagine all these flavours, though? You've got the lamb, you've got the veggies, you've got the garlic and the onion, and then we're going to put tomato over the top and they're going to steam in the oven. It's going to be just glorious.
And I see you're mixing it with a spoon. I would get my hands in there.
I know you would, Richo.
Mush it all up, but you're doing it in a very dainty way.
I can do it.
I love that.
I can do it. Do you know what? I just feel like I'm slowly morphing into the man beside me. Now I've got filthy hands. Yeah, thank you. Tiny bit of salt. Don't need much here.
A little bit there. Just
That's good.
Look over there. There we go.
Okay.
And
you
pepper?
don't actually need... Okay, yep, pepper. Beautiful.
You don't need salt is
No,
what
you do, but you don't need much of it, I was going to say.
Okay, but
Beautiful, lots of pepper.
salt
Thank
makes
you.
it taste great because you've got lamb in there. Salt loves meat, meat loves salt. We like to put that together.
We know.
Fantastic.
This is quite therapeutic, Richo.
I'm thinking you need some sort of therapy, so this would work really well with you, wouldn't it?
It's very kind of you to say that. Not.
Paprika goes in there.
Wonderful.
I find cooking is quite therapeutic, isn't it?
I find it therapeutic
It's
too.
relaxing and calming.
It's my mindfulness moments. If my children aren't around, I find it very soothing.
You've got young children, so they're always hanging on your legs.
Yes, and you're worried about ovens and safety and all the rest of it. But the paprika's gone in, and that's a really classic Polish flavour.
Gotcha.
Would you agree with that?
It is. Now, I'll just load these up into
Thank you.
here because I'm just getting you ready for the next
Wonderful.
stage
I was
now.
going to, now that my hands are quite filthy, you can use a spoon or your hand, but I'm going to now stuff the capsicums with this goodness.
I like that.
Oh,
I
he's
like.
got a spoon today.
Well, I've got a spoon to pack it over the top there because I'll probably have to grab the tray with clean hands. Now, so I would normally sweat the onion and the garlic off in a pan, but I'm thinking this is all going to cook together and be really, really tasty.
You could sweat it off, Richo, but if you're trying to make an easy meal, you want less steps, right?
Exactly, and the oven's going to do all the work, so this
It
will go
is.
into the oven, and you're going to need to wash your hands, aren't you?
I am, but I need you to pour the tomato juice over, please.
Now, do you want the tomato juice to sort of go in it or just around the outside?
I want it to go all over the top and all
I
around
can
it
do that.
everywhere. So that's just tomato juice.
Gotcha.
And the other thing we're going to do, Richo, is use some Glad foil
Yeah.
to put it over the top. And I put this in the oven for about 40 minutes.
Okay.
So it steams in all the deliciousness.
That's noisy foil, that one.
It is noisy foil. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to steam in the oven for 40 minutes and it's good to go.
I'll put this in the oven, you clean everything up.
That smells delicious.
Loving it.
Yes, and look at the colours. I just love how it looks in the pan, and that's how we're going to serve it on the table, Richo.
Don't tell me it looks like a rainbow.
It looks like a rainbow, a red and yellow rainbow like a sunset.
Gotcha.
This will go beautifully with some bread,
Okay.
Richo.
I'll grab the bread, one side.
Perfect, thank you. I'm actually going to taste in here. I know I'm meant to let you taste first.
Well, you don't have
I
to.
got excited.
It's all about getting into the guts of it, I think, with the flavour. I'll dip that in some of the tomato juice because that's what it picked up the flavour.
The barley gives it a really nice texture, but that's packed with goodness.
It does, and I love the flavour of the lamb. It is really good. Lots of onions, lots of garlic in there. It is packed full of flavour. Apparently it's nutritious as well, which is a good thing, but I think it's a cracker for dishes. Well done.
Thanks, Richo.